I am sharing my presentation with all of you. Okay. Uh, as usual, my PPT is visible. Anybody unmute and tell me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Now, in last lecture, we have seen that one of the important equipment that is known as power shovel, right? So, what are the different component parts of power shovel? Then, how it will work? What are the various working principles and the application of power shovel where it will use? We have seen in the last lectures, right? Then we also seen that the sizes of its bucket. If you see here, the size of the bucket is varies from 0.375 meter cube to 5 meter cube. So we can lift the loose material such as loose soil, sandy soil up to 0.375 meter cube to 5 meter cube, right? So, so these are the application of that machine. Suitable for close range of work, capable of digging very hard materials. It also applicable for removing big size boulders. Then it is used in various types of digging in various type of soil such as gravel bank, then clay pits, then in case of road shoulders, then roadside burr. So these are the area where we can use that machines or equipment. Then in case of power shovel, these are the factors which affect the output of power shovel. The first one is class of material, which type of material we have going to excavate with the help of power shovel, that is the murum or the soft soil. So class of material or type of material is one of the factor which affect the output of the power shovel. Then depth of cutting, then angle of swing, job condition, management condition, size of hauling unit, then skill of the operator, then physical condition of the shovel. So these are the factors which affect generally the output of the power shovel. Then we have also done two exercise. This is the first exercise we have seen in the last lectures. So identify the job site and identify the equipment. Then also the second exercise we have seen in the last lectures. So these are the you can say the diagram in front of you. Identify the job and the equipment. Then in today's lecture, interestingly, we are going to learn the very important equipment, that is clamshell, right? So what is clamshell? Clamshell is a equipment as a power shovel also, but in case of clamshell, it has two shells or two buckets. See here, for lifting of loose material, for lifting of boulders. So if you see here, there is so named due to the resemblance of its bucket to a clam, which is like as a shellfish with hinged double shells. So these are the two bucket or two jaw, you can say, for lifting of material. It is used for lifting of boulders, gravels, then murums, and filling of that boulders in case of the bridge constructions also. while construction of the bridges in case of water or in case of the river flow, we can use such type of clamshell for lifting of material, excavation of material. If you see here, the unit for the clamshell bucket is cubic meter. So the capacity of the clamshell is in meter cube per hour or meter cube per day. So these are the application or the area where we can use this particular machine or clamshell. Used for handling loose materials such as crushed stone, sand, gravel, or even coal, etc. Main feature is vertical lifting of material from one location to another. We can use the loose material from a working place. If you want to lift that material from this particular area of construction, and if you want to dam that material into the truck also, you can use this particular machine, that is known as clamshell. Mainly used for removing material from coffer dam, then sewer manholes and well foundations. The area where we can use this particular machine, or you can see the equipment, in case of coffer dam. Coffer dam is a temporary structure or barrier which is constructed across the main dam while constructing the main dam to divert the flow of water. And in case of sewer manholes, right, if there is a problem in case of sewer line, a municipal sewer line will be there, and if the maintenance will happen in case of that main sewer, so for maintenance purpose we can use the clamshell. Then in case of well foundations, right, so in case of well foundation we can use for excavation and for lifting of the loose material. So these are the application of the clamshell. Then these are the factors which affect the production rate for the clamshell. What is production rate? The capacity of the lifting of the material in meter cube per hour or meter cube per day. How much material it can lift in 1 hour, that is meter cube material or meter cube per day. So these are the various factors which affect the production rate. The first factor is the difficulty of loading the bucket. Then the second factor is the size load obtainable, then the height of lift, then the angle of swing, then fifth one, the method of disposing of the load, and last one is the experience of the operator. So these are the 6 factors which affect the production rate for the clamshell. Difficulty of loading. Suppose if you want to excavate or lift the material from a municipal sewer line, so is any difficulty for lifting of that material? Means there is a obstructions, there is not enough space for keeping the machine, that is the clamshell over there, and the suitability of the environmental, then the size load obtainable. So how much uh, capacity, or how much the capacity of that bucket, meter cube per hour, meter cube per day, that is again depends upon the size or size load obtainable. Then the height of lift also, from the construction area from where we can lift the material and up to the vertical lift. So that height is one of the important factor which affect the production rate. So these are the 6 factors which affect the production rate of the clamshell. Then another important, you can say, the equipment, motor girder. So what are the various uses of this particular machine? In case of gravel road repairing, we can use motor girders. Then for road shoulders reshaping, then we can use this machine for bank cutting. Then if you want to fill the ditch, if there will be some ditch in between the road surface, then we can use this machine for filling of that ditch. Then base course spreading. Then in case of road, these are the area of the road where we can use this particular mortar gutters. Base course spreading. If you see the different courses of the flexible or rigid pavement. In case of flexible pavement, there is a base course, then sub base course, then bearing courses. So these are the layers of the road surface. So in case of base course, if you want to spread the murum on the subbase course of the road surface. So with the help of this mortar girder, we can spread that murum or the aggregate or that subbase course. Then in case of material mixing, we can use this particular machine, mortar girder. Then in case of snowfall area, in case of snowfall area, the snow obstacle will be there in front of the national highway, state highway, in the snow. In case of Jammu Kashmir or where the snow fall will be there. So to remove that snow from the you can say the highway or roadway. So we can use this particular mortar girder for spreading that snow from that surface. Then for land clearance, in case of site clearance, for example, if you want to clear your particular site for construction of the building, so we can clear all the ground surface with the help of this mortar girder. Then frozen topsoil, if the wet soil will be there in case of the construction area, then with the help of this machine we can spread that frozen topsoil. Then asphalt breaking also. In case of bitumen concrete road, bitumen road, so we can use this particular mortar girder to break that existing asphalt. So these are the area where we can use this particular machine. If you see the construction component parts, it has this jaw, or you can say the blade, which is attached at the front side of this motor. This is a cabin for operator, and this is the equipment we can use for this particular area. Then another important equipment, that equipment is called as bulldozers, right? So everybody, us, we know the uses of bulldozers, right? So this is a, you can say, the verticile equipment, specially a heavy steel blade mounted on the front of a tractors, right? So this is, you can say, the bulldozers. So if you see the uses of this bulldozer, spreading the earth material, spreading the earth soil, then clearing, opening of pilot roads, then backfilling trenches, then clearing construction site. So these are the area where we can use this type of bulldozers, right? So how much work it can done in 1 hours, that is the production rate, we will see in the next slides, right? Upcoming slides. So what are the production rate, means how much earth work it can done in 1 hour, meter cube per hour or meter cube per day. Then another important machine or equipment, that is crawler loaders. So this is a crawler loaders. So what is the difference between bulldozers and this crawler loaders? It has teeth jaw. If you see, this is the working bucket. It has a teeth, right? So it can excavate the certain loose soil also or murum also, and it can lift the soil also. But this machine bulldozer is, if you see here, this jaw or this bucket is a plain bucket, but in case of traveler loader, if you see, there are teeth. So this teeth is generally used for excavation purpose for a certain extent or for certain limit. So it is used to push the large quantity of soil, sand, rubble or other such material during the construction or conversion. So these are the area where we can use this crawler loader. So in case of bulldozer and crawler loaders, this is the difference. Then another important machines, that is the trenchers and dumpers. So in case of continuous excavation of the soil, we can use these trenchers. So we can excavate continuously on a straight highway. If you want to excavate the bank of the highways, so in that case we can use these particular trenches. Then this is a dumper. So what is the uses of this particular dumper? It has a trolley, small trolley, and this is particularly used in a small construction area. A dumper is a vehicle designed for carrying bulk material, often on building sites, right? So if you want to construct any types of the buildings, then we can use this particular dumpers. Then the another important machines or equipment, rollers, right? So we have different types of the earth compaction equipment. Roller generally used for compaction of the road surfaces, compaction of the dam bank. So we have three types of earth equipment, compaction equipments. So first one is smooth wheel rollers, then sheep foot rollers and pneumatic tire rollers. So these are the three types of rollers. So this is the diagram for smooth wheel rollers. So if you see here, in case of smooth wheel rollers, plain steel rollers is there. The front wheel is plain steel roller. This is like a drum type. Then the weight for this particular roller is 5 to 25 tons. So in case of no dip compaction, this is the limitation of this using sheep foot rollers. No dip compaction will happen with the help of this particular machine. Then real wheel are larger in diameter and the front ones are wider. Then diesel engine type, this is a diesel operated. Then compaction is by static weight of roller. So compaction is done with the help of only the static load, self weight of the machine. The compaction will done with the help of this particular front wheel. Then if you see the area where we can use these sheep foot rollers. So granular soil we can use for compaction of sand, for compaction of gravel and compaction of crushed stones. So these are the area where we can use this particular sheep foot roller for compaction of this particular area. Then the another important machine or equipment, sheep foot rollers. So sheep foot rollers, it has hollow steel drum. This is a particular hollow steel drum with projected feet mounted 100 to 200 center to center. So this is known as projected feet. The distance between these two projected feet is 100 to 200 center to center. The weight of this particular sheep foot roller is 15 ton. The speed of this particular machine is 25 kilometer per hour. So in convertible rollers, the foot plate can be removed. In turn, foot rollers, the individual sheep foot can be changed. So you can change these particular rollers. You can place a bigger diameter of this particular sheep food and wear according to the category of the compactions. So the suitability of this particular sheep foot roller is in case of clay and predominantly cohesive and impervious soil. If you want to compact the clay soil, that is cohesive and impervious soil, so we can use this particular sheep foot roller. Then another important equipment, that is pneumatic rollers. So pneumatic rollers, it consists of a base platform. This is a base platform mounted on two axles. So this is one axle and this is the rear axles. So trucks of the rear wheel lies between the trucks of the front wheel. Then compaction is controlling the ground contact pressure. The weight or width of the wheel can be suitably increased. So this is one of the most advantages of this particular pneumatic roller. Weight or width of the wheel can be suitably increased. So where we can use this particular pneumatic rollers? So suitability, if you want to compact a fine grain and well graded sands, so for compaction of fine grain and well graded sands, so this machine is or equipment is used. Then in today's lecture, this is our first exercise. This is our first exercise. So see here, this is a particular first exercise. So this is the scenario in front of you. Again, I would like to ask anybody unmute with yourself. Anybody unmute with yourself and explain what type of work will be there and what are this person will working and what are the various equipment you can see in this particular diagram or in this particular picture. So I request anyone, I request any student, please be a part of this particular exercise, be a part of this particular exercise. So anybody unmute and explain this particular exercise.
Hello.
Yes, yes, please.
Sir, the concreting work of road is going on.
What is your name?
Kunal Bhojwani, sir.
Yes, yes. Please.
Sir, the concreting work of road is going on, and the person holds a vibrator in his hand
Yes.
to compact or to stable the concreting, fresh concrete, and behind that there is a ready-mix concrete truck.
Yes, ready-made concrete mixers, right? TM machine. This is known as a TM machine. And again, explain something. What is going on there? Which type of construction work is going on in this diagram or picture? Which type of work?
Road construction, sir.
Which type of road?
Rigid road,
Concrete,
sir.
sir. Rigid pavement.
Yes, yes, yes. So don't say concrete. This is a particularly rigid pavement, right? We have two types of pavement. Flexible. The flexible pavement are those pavement which constructed with the help of murum, sand, and the top portion is with bitumen. That is known as flexible pavement. This is rigid pavement. Rigid pavement are those pavement which is constructed with the help of concrete material. So in this diagram, as Bhojwani said that this is a rigid pavement. This is a TM machine, ready-mix concrete machine, and from this ready-made concrete machine, we have this channel. With the help of this channel, the concrete is poured inside this working area, and this person is hold in his hand this a vibrator. This is known as a needle vibrator, you can say, and it is a machine operated, not a manually. This is not a manually vibrator. So the vibrator is used for what purpose? Anybody unmute and tell me for what purpose we can use vibrator?
For the compaction of concrete.
For the compaction of concrete.
Void remove.
Yes. The second important point is to remove the voids. Again, anybody? For compaction, for removing of voids, and then
For
yes,
segregation.
yes. Segregation and bleeding. These two words are very important. Segregation and bleeding. Can anybody tell me what is segregation and what is bleeding in case of concrete?
Segregation means the separation
Sir,
of ingredients of concrete, and the bleeding is the formation of gel at the top of the surface due to the excess water.
Yes, exactly. So segregation means the cement slurry will come on the top portion, right? Due to the you can say the bad mixing proportion, and we have to compact, or you can say the honeycomb of the concrete. If you do a very good compaction, then we have to use this particular vibrator. So the homogeneity will be there. There will be not any voids in between anywhere in this particular working area. So we can see here, this is a you can say the newly constructed road in this side. This is a finished work. So a smooth, and we have to also maintain the resistance, right, for moving the vehicle. So this is a particular exercise. We have seen here a vibrator, then TM machine, and this is a channel from where the concrete will place in the construction area. So I am very thankful to all the participants who will participated in this particular discussion. Then move to another important machinery, that is the compactor, right? So a compactor is a machine for or mechanism used to reduce the size of waste material or soil through compaction. So this is we have seen in the last slide. Then another important machine, that is pavers. So this type of paver we can use in case of road construction, right? In case of to lay the asphalt on roadway, or in case of the flexible and rigid pavement also, for spreading the materials. So see in this picture, this is a road pavers. So in one day we can complete 1 to 2 kilometer of highway. See the capacity of these road pavers. So if you see here, the width of the road, a large width of the road will be there, and it will spread the materials over this particular area. So we can achieve 1 kilometer to 2 kilometer per day with the help of these road pavers. So such kind of advanced equipment is coming day by day to speed up our work, generally to speed up our work. Then this is another important equipment, you can say curb making machine. So in case of this roadside, and if you want to make a curve, so this is a machine by which we can make a curve. No need of a manpower for working this particular area or this particular work. So here this is a TM machine, ready mix concrete machine, and this is a channel, and this is a particular machine, and this is a trolley where the concrete will damp, and there is a mechanism. This mechanism is developed by the mechanical engineer, but as far as civil engineering, we should know the different kind of machinery which is required to speed up our work. So this is a curve making machine. See here, if you want to make a straight curve, or if you want to make a circular curve, so we have this type of machine. Only the thing is that we should know the advanced construction equipment. So these are a machine by which we can speed up our regular work. Then this is another important, you can say, the curve making machines. So this is a drain in case of storm drains, in case of roadside also, or in case of open drain in city area or urban areas. When the precipitation will falls over the ground surface, and if you want to manage that precipitation or rainfall from your urban area to a particular to discharge that particular drain into the main nala, so we can use the drains. So this is open drain, and if you see here, with the help of excavating, for example, power shovel will be there or clamshell will be there. It excavates this particular channel or drain, and with the help of this particular curve making machine, we can finish up the work. So this is a trapezoidal small drain, and if you see here, this particular machine are having its own capability of doing this work. So here, from this TM machine, this is a concrete mixer, right, which is machine truck mounted. Then this is another channel for releasing of concrete into this particular bowl, and this is a operator which operate this particular. So this is the work we can do with the advanced machine. So these are the another machine here. So this is a, you can say, the curve making machine, right? If you want to make a circular curve, so this is the machine by which we can do such work, and we can achieve the speed in the work. So this is another advanced equipment. See here, this is the machine generally used for making a strip, a divider strip in case of the road surface, right? So this is the area, or you can say the color, right? So the color will spread in the form of a strip on the road surface. So for dividing the road into two parts, so this particular machine we can use to marking on the road surfaces. So generally this is a marking machine which is came into in modern days, and it can mark a 10 kilometer, or you can say 5 kilometer in one day. The marking machines, this is known as marking machine on the road surface. Then these are the material handling equipment. So if you want to handle the material or lift the material, so we can use cranes and conveyors. So a crane is a type of machine generally equipped with a hoist, wire rope or chain, and sheaves that can be used both to lift and lower material and to move them horizontally. Now another equipment, that is, this is a conveyor. So conveyor system is a common piece of mechanical handling equipment that move material from one location to another. So we can place at this position material, then there will be no need of human being. The material will goes automatically. This is a belt, it automatically rotate, and the material will goes at this place. So this is a conveyor which is used to transfer of material from this place to another place. Then forklift, see here, this is also used in case of mall area also, right, to lift certain kind of any material, right. So this is a forklift, also called as a lift truck or a fork truck, is powered industrial truck used to lift and transport materials. Then another important equipment, hoist. A hoist is a device used for lifting or lowering a load, right. Then in case of tunnel, tunnel work, right. So tunnel is constructed in a hard rock. So this is known as TBM, tunnel boring machine. So this is a part, we can place this part where we can excavate the material. So this is a tunnel boring machine, also known as a mole. Is a machine used to excavate tunnel with a circular cross section through a variety of soil and rock strata. So it has very huge strength to excavate the hard strata in case of the excavation of tunnel. Then we can remove this particular bore and we can place another larger diameter or smaller diameter. We can place a larger one or smaller one as a tunnel boring machine. Then another equipment is concrete mixers. Everybody known about this particular concrete mixer, right? So a concrete mixer is a device that homogeneously combines cement, aggregates such as sand and gravels and water to form a dense concrete. A typically concrete mixer uses a revolving drum to mix the ingredient. This mixer helps to prepare bulk concrete at fast rate of mixing, right? Then another type of equipment you will see in this picture, spraying and plastering machines, right. So plastering, spraying allow a plaster to skim a drywall more than 5 times faster than using a hand flow to apply it. So in case of plastering a wall surface, this is a modern equipment by which we can plaster the a particular wall. 5 times faster work we can achieve with the help of this. Suppose you can say a man plastering one wall in a particular day. So with the help of this machine we can plaster 5 wall in a particular day. So it is a faster, we can speed up our work. Then stone crusher. A crusher is a machine designed to reduce the large rock into a smaller rock or gravel or dust rock. So these are known as stone crusher. Then slurry and heavy duty pumps. See, this is another important equipment, or you can say the pump, which is used to for you can say lifting of various fluids such as liquid, gases or cement slurry also. So to pump the concrete from one place to another with the help of pressure. Suppose a high-rise building will be there, and if you want to pump a particular concrete up to your 25 in case of metropolitan cities. So to pumping the concrete from lower side to higher side, then with the help of such pump we can lift with a greater speed. So in case of high-rise building, for pumping of the concrete, and in case of the pumping of sewage also, for pumping of the sewage also we can use such type of pump. So these are the area where we can use this particular pump. Then this table use us the comparison between different type of equipment, right. So in this particular table we have the item of comparison, then the power shovel equipment, then backhoe, dragline and clamshell. So these are the 4 important equipment in this particular column. In case of first comparison point in between these 4 equipment, if you see here, excavation in hard soil or rock. So what is the suitability of this power shovel or backhoe? It is suitable, very good. Backhoe is also very good, but in case of dragline, not good, and clamshell is poor. If you want to excavate a hard soil or rock, so clamshell is a poor, but backhoe and power shovel is good. Then excavation in wet soil or mud area, then these two, power shovel and backhoe, is not suitable. This is very poor to excavate the wet soil or mud, but in case of drag line, moderately good, and clamshell is also moderately good. So for excavation in wet soil or mud soil, we can go for clamshell or drag line. So these are the 2 good equipment is available to excavate the wet soil or mud. Then distance between footing and digging. So this power shovel and backhoe require a small area for placing this equipment, but this drag line and clamshell require a longer space to place the equipment at a particular place. So distance between footing and digging. Then loading efficiency. If you see the loading efficiency, very good. Power shovel are having the very good loading efficiency. In case of backhoe is good, then drag line moderately good, and in case of clamshell precise but slow. Then footing required, means if you want to excavate the footing, then we have to place this power shovel and backhoe close to work, and this is close to pit, and we can put this particular drag line and clamshell fairly away from the pit. And last comparison point is digging level. In case of power shovel, digs at or above the footing level. This backhoe digs below footing level, and drag line digs below footing level, and in case of clamshell digs at or below the footing level. So now at this stage I will poll one important questions. So I request everyone be a part of this particular poll. So the first question for today's lecture, the first question: I am going to create one poll. Then the first question, I took this first question, I have created this particular question. The most suitable type of equipment for compaction of cohesive soil is, the most suitable equipment for compaction of cohesive soil is sheep foot roller, first option. Second one, smooth wheel roller. Then third option, vibratory roller. Fourth option, tampers. So I have created one poll. The most suitable type of equipment for compaction of cohesive soil is sheep foot roller, smooth wheel roller, vibratory roller and tampers. So I request everyone be a part of this particular question. So submit your answer immediately. Simultaneously, I will download my attendance. So the most suitable type of equipment for compaction of cohesive soil is sheep foot roller, smooth wheel roller, vibratory rollers and dampers. So 97% student says that sheep foot rollers, only 2% smooth wheel rollers. I congratulate all the 97% of the student. The correct answer for this particular question is sheep foot roller. Very good. You have done nice job. So sheep foot roller is the correct answer for this particular question. So most suitable type of equipment for compaction of cohesive soil is sheep foot rollers. Now I move to another. So at this stage I would like to give one instruction. See, this type of participation in poll one question I have posted earlier and be a part of this particular question. Those students not doing or not a part of this particular question will lose certain things, means you will lose your marks in terms of your term work, right? So for assessment, internal assessment, these activities must. So always be a part of this activity. Always be a part of this activity. Now the time is 11:15, right? So today we will stop here. I declare that our lecture is over. Thank you everyone being here and listening me patiently. Good day ahead. Thank you everyone. I am stop my recording, right?